That Senator Barack Obama can
down to, he didn't know that he had launched his career in the living room of a domestic terrorist.
Bill Ayers continues to be a campaign issue despite the best efforts of the Obama campaign to sweep their relationship under the rug. Hannity's America led the way in exposing Senator Obama's controversial relationship to the founding member of the Weather Underground. The moment Senator Obama's relationship with Bill Ayers was exposed, the Obama campaign began issuing their standard denials. And that is that the senator didn't know him that well. Obama's campaign has downplayed the senator's link to Bill Ayers.
This is a guy who lives in my neighborhood, who's a professor of English in Chicago, who I know and who I have not received some official endorsement from. He's not somebody who I exchange ideas from on a regular basis.
But recently, Obama's association with the unrepentant terrorist is back in the spotlight and in the minds of the American voter. During a recent interview, Obama's chief strategist, David Axelrod, claimed that the senator was, quote, unaware of Ayers' violent past when he first met him at this house in Chicago. In the mid-1990s, Bill Ayers and his wife, Bernadine Dorn, hosted a meet and greet at their home during Obama's run for the Illinois Senate.
Well, I mean, when he went, he didn't know the history.
He didn't know? How is that even possible? Bill Ayers was not one to keep quiet about his past. David Horowitz is the author of Party of Defeat. Back in 1979, he interviewed Bill Ayers for over 10 hours for a piece that was published in Rolling Stone's magazine about the Weather Underground.
With all due respect to Barack Obama, when he says that Bill Ayers was just a neighbor and I didn't know about Bill Ayers, there is nobody around Bill Ayers who would not know this man's history, or Bernadine's. They all knew who Billy Ayers was. There's no way on earth that Barack Obama could be involved with them and not know who Billy and Bernadine were and what they did and what their agendas were. They hate America.
Does the Obama campaign still want to insist that Senator Barack Obama did not know about the Ayers background? Senator John McCain's campaign manager, Rick Davis, pressed David Axelrod on this issue on Fox News Sunday last week.
Do we not think that the relationship between Bill Ayers and Barack Obama bears some scrutiny? Because the press will not ask any questions about Barack Obama's background, it is a legitimate question. There are voters all over the country who say, we don't know enough about this man. The reason everybody's talking about Bill Ayers is your campaign and your candidate keeps changing the story on what the relationship is.
The Obama campaign is still refusing to give an answer to the question of when Obama first learned of Ayers' past. During a radio interview, the senator admitted he did in fact know of Ayers' history, but he didn't say when he found out.
Ultimately, I ended up learning about the fact that he had engaged in this reprehensible act 40 years ago. But I was 8 years old at the time, and I assumed that he had been rehabilitated.
It seems the Obama campaign needs to get the story straight. During an interview with Mark Halperin of Time magazine, Obama's communication director and senior spokesman, Robert Gibbs, was at a loss for words.
So you've not asked Senator Obama when he learned of his past?
I have not, but I don't know that he could tell you the exact date.
Well, but is it fair to say that he continued to associate with him professionally and personally on a casual basis even after he learned?
He continued to serve on a charitable board, and yes.
Right, but with the knowledge of Ayers' past.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, again, I don't know when Barack Obama found out. I don't know at what point. It's something I'll be more than happy to ask him.
To the best of our knowledge, there is no public record of Senator Obama condemning the actions of Bill Ayers until he was confronted about his association on the campaign trail.
Let's understand that each and every term, Barack Obama has condemned the deplorable actions that William Ayers did when Barack Obama was 8 years old.
Right. So what is Gibbs talking about? Back in 1997, the Chicago Tribune published comments by Senator Obama on Bill Ayers' book, A Kind and Just Parent, The Children of the Juvenile Court. He said that it was, quote, a searing and timely account of the juvenile court system and the courageous individuals who rescue hope from despair. Funny, that doesn't quite sound like Senator Obama denouncing the unrepentant terrorist or even acknowledging that Bill Ayers was wrong for setting bombs at the Capitol, at the Pentagon, and at New York City Police Headquarters. And as we approach Election Day, Senator Obama's association with Bill Ayers continues to be an issue because he's not being completely honest with the American people. Now, during the last presidential debate, he was asked again to fully explain his radical relationship.
I don't care about an old washed-up terrorist, but as Senator Clinton said in her debates with you, we need to know the full extent of that relationship.
40 years ago, when I was 8 years old, he engaged in despicable acts with a radical domestic group. Mr. Ayers is not involved in my campaign. He has never been involved in this campaign.
You launched your political campaign in Mr. Ayers' living room.
That's absolutely not true.
As more information about Senator Barack Obama's association with Bill Ayers comes to light, it makes people wonder how much they still don't know about Senator Obama's radical associations.
Barack Obama's judgment and candor. When Obama just says, "This is a guy who lives in my neighborhood," Americans say, "Where's the truth, Barack?"
The unrepentant terrorist Bill Ayers says he didn't bomb enough. His defenders say that he tried not to hurt any people. But is that really true? You get to hear from some of his victims coming up. And then he is a convicted Chicago slumlord that helped launch Barack Obama's political career. But there is more to the story than some people want to admit. That's straight ahead.
Women are learning that as we age, it's harder to build bone density with calcium alone.
Many victims.
What is that spirit that we want to connect to? That spirit of rebellion, the spirit of resistance, the spirit of insurgency.
We know Bill Ayers told the New York Times, quote, "I don't regret setting bombs." But does the unrepentant terrorist regret anything he did? Members of the Weather Underground claim the only people injured or killed as a result of their actions were 3 members of their own group who died in March of 1970 in a townhouse after a bomb exploded that they were building. Fox News Washington correspondent James Rosen interviewed Bill Ayers back in 2004 while conducting research for his book, The Strong Man, John Mitchell and the Secrets of Watergate.
In my interview with him in 2004, William Ayers made the case that the Weather Underground were restrained in their actions because they didn't target people, they only targeted installations.
Is it your understanding that the only people who ever died as a result of any of these WU's activities were the 3 who died in the townhouse? Absolutely. Is that true? Absolutely. Okay. And no one else died, and that was both, you could say it was a happy chance, but it was also by design.